quickly will do electric field due to uniformly charged arc. Okay, and here we'll have a slightly different concept which I taught previously. So I will just show you. Okay, consider this to be an arc. Okay, it's an arc, and there is a point P at this point. There is a point P at this point. Now what is happening? We have to find the electric field intensity due to the arc. Okay, and the upper edge of the arc, okay, makes, and the upper edge and the edge below the arc right here, this entire thing makes an angle alpha. This entire thing is making an angle, okay, making an angle alpha. Okay, and we need to find the electric field intensity due to this arc. So what is the first thing we do? As I said, in linear charge, in linear system, okay, a line of charge or anything, we take a dx amount of charge on the line at x distance. Okay, but for a curve, what we'll do? For a curve, we'll take it in terms of theta. Okay, we'll take it in terms of theta. So there will be a small charge on this arc, small amount of charge here, right here. Okay, this charge is dq. This charge is dq. Okay, and this charge is making a certain angle. Okay, this charge makes a certain angle right here. What is this angle going to be? For example, let's consider this to be theta. This to be theta. Okay, right here. So what is this small angle going to be? This one. What is this angle going to be? Quick responses, guys. This is going to be what? D theta. Okay. D theta. Right? Is everyone understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
great.
sir.
Okay. So there is a small amount of charge I have taken here. It is dq. Okay. It is making an angle theta with the point P, the test charge point P. Okay, and the small angle which dq is making is basically d theta. Okay, now what happened? This dq, okay, this dq is applying a force on P in the direction, in this direction. Okay, in this direction, and it gives me two components, one in the x direction and one in the y direction. One in the x direction, one in the y direction. Now, once you are done drawing this, just immediately start deriving the equation. It's just easy. Okay, we know what that dE. We know this formula. dE is equal to k dq upon r square. Okay, k dq upon r square. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And now this is an arc. Children, this is a, students, this is an arc. So what is a arc going to have a distance? What is the arc will be? Arc distance will be capital R. It's a radius, no? It's a part of a circle. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we'll consider the distance between this dq and this point P as R, capital R. Okay. You understood? So now dE is equal to k dq r square. But right now we want the electric field intensity at this point. Okay. So it is what is it going to be? Now this dE, right? This dE is making an angle theta over here. It is making an angle theta over here. Why? If this is theta, this also will be theta. Okay. If you bisect a line like that, okay, the angle on this side will be equal to this side. Okay. It's a 10th standard or 9th standard concept. So if you are not familiar with it, just go through it a little bit. No problem. So dE is equal to k dq upon r square. Immediately take the cos component. What it will be? dE will be dE cos theta will be equal to k dq upon capital R. I'm taking capital R right here because I'm taking the radius r square. into cos theta into cos theta. Now, what are we going to do? See, look at this point dq. Look at this dq. Okay. Now, dq is variable. Okay, and theta also is variable. Okay, these are two different variables. Okay, because dq is a small amount of charge, and theta is the angle made by dq. Okay, so we will bring this in terms of one variable. So here comes the concept of charge density. Okay, see, pay attention. You might know this, but it's just a revision if you know it. If you don't know, pay attention. Okay, here I will put charge density. What is charge density? How can we write charge density? Okay, it is simple. I'll write it in red over here. That charge density lambda, charge density lambda is equal to Q upon L. Q upon L. Okay, again. So I will take L this side. If I take L this side, what it will become? L lambda equal to Q. So then if I take differentiation, what I will get? dq is equal to lambda into dl. Am I right? I'll write this again. dq is equal to lambda dl. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So I will write dq equals to lambda dl. Now pay attention, guys. You remember solid angle. I had actually explained this. Okay. See here. This theta, this theta can be written in terms of theta equal to length of the arc L upon radius. Okay, theta equal to length of the arc upon radius. Okay, so what will be the differentiation before that? Theta is equal to L by R. So R theta equal to L. I will remove this R over here. I'll put R over here. R theta equal to L. So dl is equal to R d theta. dl equals to R into d theta. So I will write that dl equals to R into d theta. dl equals to R d theta. So I can write dq is equal to lambda into, in place of dl, I will write R d theta. So I will do that. So I can write that this is equal to lambda into R d theta. Okay. So I know dq is equal to lambda R d theta. If I replace dq with lambda R d theta, the entire expression will become what? In one variable. It will become in terms of one variable. So I will do that. I'm going to rub this down. Okay. So just, okay. So what it will become? It will become K. Okay. Instead of dq, I will write lambda R d theta. Okay. K lambda R d theta into cos theta upon capital R square. Am I right, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Simple concepts. Okay. K lambda R d theta cos K lambda R d theta into cos theta upon R square. Okay. Now what we got the component on x axis. We finally got the component upon x axis. So now what we have to do, we got the component, but based on what? This small amount of dq. So what we have to do now, we have to integrate it. So what are the constants? First we know that k lambda, okay,
K
r
lambda.
is constant, r square is constant. What is only variable? Theta. Okay, cos theta d theta is variable. So I will write this again in a good format. What we will get? Okay, what we will get? This r and this r will get cut. No, this r and r will get cut. Okay, so
Yes.
I will write it in a proper format. What we will get? Yeah, what we'll get? We will get, okay, k lambda, okay, by r. Okay. Okay, k lambda cos theta d theta. And to find out E, we have to basically integrate this cos theta into d theta. Now, guys, quickly tell me the angle. Quickly tell me the angle. What is going to be the angle? Limits. Tell me
Minus
the
alpha
limits.
by 2 plus alpha
Minus
by 2.
alpha.
Minus
alpha
alpha
by
by
2.
2 plus alpha by 2, right? So minus alpha by 2 into alpha by 2. Right? What is the integration of cos theta? Sin theta?
Sin theta.
Okay. So I will write this as equal to, okay, k lambda by r. Okay. I'll write this as sin theta, okay, minus alpha by 2 and alpha by 2. Okay. Now this can be written as, how can this be written? I'm going to rub it again. Okay. So that will be written as k lambda by r, okay, sin alpha by 2 plus, okay, sin alpha by 2, okay, minus of, it will become sin minus alpha by 2, okay, and what will that be? This minus will come out, it will become plus, okay, sin of minus theta is minus sin theta, okay. So now what we got? K lambda by 2 sin alpha by 2 plus sin alpha by 2.
2 sin
Okay.
alpha by 2.
Yeah. So how much is this? Okay. How much is this? 2k lambda sin alpha by 2. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the derivation for an arc. This is the derivation for an arc. Okay. Now with the help of this, we can actually derive equations for many other system of charges in terms of arcs. So I will just rub this, okay, and now we will see the electric field intensity due to a charged half ring, okay, charged half ring. So just half ring in the sense what, it's going to be half semicircle, okay, just draw it, no problem. Just draw this, it's a semicircle. And now what we know that electric field intensity of the arc was what? 2k lambda by r into sin alpha by 2. Okay, here what is alpha? Here what is alpha?
Pi by 2.
Alpha is pi by 2. Are you sure?
Oh, alpha is 180 degree.
Alpha is 180 degree, right? So alpha is 0 to pi. Alpha is 0 to pi, no? Okay.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
understood? It's not pi by 2. Array, angle subtended by a semicircle will be how much? 180 degree.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. My
Yeah.
mistake, I
So it's okay. So see, listen. So what you'll get? 2k lambda by r sin pi by 2, and that will be what? Tell me fast.
2k lambda by r.
2k lambda by r.
Yeah. 2k lambda by r. This is the, okay, electric field intensity due to what? Due to a
Semicircle.
semicircle.
Half
Okay.
ring.
Now immediately we'll go to do, okay, derivation for a quarter of the arc. Now this is an oral question, guys. You don't need to even derive this. What will be this? What is the angle?
You have
90
pi by
degree.
2.
Pi by 2.
Pi by 2.
Pi by 2.
Huh?
Pi by 2.
Yes. Okay, pi by 2. Oh, okay, whatever. So what is the electric field intensity due to due to the arc? This should be by heart for you now.
2k lambda
2k
by
lambda by r.
Lambda by r
r.
Sin
sin
alpha by 2.
Alpha
Sin
by 2.
alpha by 2. Okay, never forget this alpha by 2. And because I'll tell you why. You know this is pi by 2. Some people will directly put pi by 2 over here. That is wrong. Okay, remember this r. Okay, so what you'll get over here? Silly mistakes actually will cost you a lot. Okay, sin, what you'll get? Pi
Pi
by
by 4.
Pi by 4.
4. What is pi by 4, guys? Fast.
1 by root 2.
Write pi by
1 by
4.
root 2.
1 by root 2.
1 by root 2. So that root 2 will cut over here. This will become root 2. So what will end up being?
Root 2 K lambda by
Root
R.
2
K
K
lambda
lambda
by
by R.
Okay. This is the derivation for a quarter.